Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Pyramid Sports Network interview series. Today, I am blessed to be in the company of the number eight for the Portland Hearts of Pine, Michel Poon-Angeron. Michel, welcome to the program.
Hey man, how's it going? Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good, man. No, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. And for those of you who don't know, Michelle is a native of Trinidad and Tobago. Called up, has made numerous appearances for the national team, and is now the number eight. Just coming off of a Player of the Week or Team of the Week match this past week in the USL League One. And so, Michelle, I just wanted to start off by having you introduce yourself. For those of you who may not know you, kind of give us a background of your playing career, and then I guess initially, really just to get into it, kind of what got you into football.
Okay. So name, age, everything,
Yeah,
or
just yeah, no, yeah, just run through it
okay.
all. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Michel Poon-Angeron. I'm 24 years old, gonna be 25 on Sunday. I play central midfield, number eight for the Hearts. My career has taken me different places. So I started off in Argentina, in the high school. I mean, it really just depends how far you want to go back. But high school, and then I went straight to Argentina. I played in the U19, the second team, and the U20 team as well. Um, After there, I made a couple appearances on the national team, and then had to come home. Well, I had to come home through COVID because you remember the big
Hmm.
pandemic. And then from there, that's when I was able to like train with the local national team. And because of the training I got in Argentina, my game like changed drastically because they're well known for just producing talent and like the intensity they train at. And I learned a lot over there, and from there I was able to, I guess, get a look in with the national team. And I'm at 19 caps today, hoping to get back within the setup soon. um but from COVID after Argentina, I basically kind of, nothing really stuck for me, and I got, in a sense, stuck in Trinidad, and I played 2 seasons. We came runner up, and then went to the Caribbean Cup, and then we won the second year. Went to the Caribbean Cup again, and there was a little stint in El Salvador, but that didn't work out either. And and well, thankfully it didn't, because from there, that's when I got the, like, 4 months later, that's when I got the call from my agent telling me about Portland. I thought it was Oregon,
Yeah,
and
everyone
yeah,
does.
I mean the rest is history.
I think that so one of the first things that came to mind when I was hearing about you playing in Argentina is obviously they have a very distinct style of play, especially um, just having both of the influences, I guess, just South America in general, known for having just great feet, um, and being able to do very good things on the ball, and having more of a slower build up. It's that kind of play style. How did that? I guess this is jumping forward a little bit, but did any of that those roots in Argentinian football, does any of that translate into the game today within the Hearts in your play style, or has it had more of an impact on your personal play style?
Yes, yes, I would say so, because I mean, funny enough, in high school, I mean, I used to play further up the pitch. I kind of used to play as a number 10, and then when I went over there, they just put me as, well, they call it cinco, as a holding midfielder, and then from there I just never changed, because I guess they saw qualities in me that I probably wouldn't have been able to see in myself. And just from being within their system and learning their ways, training every day, yeah, I'd say I learned a lot, and I think it heavily translates into my game today. and it's very transitional too. So I think that's one of the strengths in my game, playing in transition and seeing pictures in transition, being able to be on the front foot because they press a lot over there as well. So yeah, all of these little things, I think uh, you can see it in my game today from what I learned over there.
Yeah, I think watching, having watched you this past season and then the start of this season, it seems like you are very calm under pressure. When there is any sort of press, you're good in a pivot role and being able to, drive into open spaces. And I think that it makes sense from watching world football and seeing those are some of the tendencies that you see in some of, the strongest South American midfielders is that they're comfortable under pressure. And that's especially as a number eight, being able to play in that box to box role for me. It's been cool to see, I guess, in real time, especially after seeing your career path, that there is that influence of being, very comfortable under pressure with the ball at your feet.
Yeah, I think that just translates to since I'm small. I mean, I've always loved the ball. I always want the ball. And I mean, over the years, I've learned to want it in high pressure moment. Just what it's like more seeing the game as like what how can I impact the game? How can I not hide? How can I get on the ball and make something happen? So yeah, I mean, I love to have the ball, but obviously with purpose. So it's good to like keep in mind as well what we're trying to do as a team and how we progress the ball, like possession with a purpose. So I mean, it may not be perfect every time, but I think from the qualities of what I learned over there, I think it definitely translates into my game
Yeah,
and what you
100%.
see week in, week out now.
Yeah, so and then so you start in Argentina. You play in the academy down there, and you end up making your way back to Trinidad and Tobago for AC Port of Spain. Was it always a dream of yours to play professionally in your home country, or were there also, I guess, and obviously you initially started in Argentina, but I guess yeah, more so the the ability to be a professional in your home country.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It was always my dream to play professionally, but abroad. Europe was actually always my dream. And like I said, like nothing stuck within that time frame after Argentina. I mean, I can go into like different rabbit holes of different stories of like I guess going out on trials and those kind of things, trying to cement a place and nothing worked out. And I like to think life happens for me, not to me. So everything happened for a reason, and I'm grateful to have played in Trinidad as well because I learned a lot from playing back home as well because there's a lot of like experienced players back home too, a lot of skillful players, and I mean it's just a testament to being adaptable because sometimes the fields aren't as great back home. Um, Circumstances aren't as great, facilities and whatnot. But I mean, if you can thrive there and find a way out, find a way to to be to stand out there and continue to learn and continue to grow. I mean, it translates to a lot of stuff you see in my game today as well. So it's really just about being adaptable and trying to learn from every situation that you find yourself in.
Yeah,
How do
and
I make the most out of it?
right. And in what ways do you think, or what type of lessons do you think, having those struggles at trial, kind of bouncing around, going home, even though not necessarily may not have been your dream, and what were kind of the lessons that adversity taught you?
I mean, it's as simple as adversity introduces you to yourself. Introduces you to yourself. I mean, when things aren't going right, who am I? What do I bring to the table? How can I make the most out of this situation? And I mean, when we were talking before, like I told you, I mean, if I go into detail, I can tell you, like, which it would be a very long story, so I won't. But if it's just like there were a lot of moments that maybe another person might have quit, or let me just put it this way, like it just taught me a lot of resilience, and it taught me, I guess it gave me that self-confidence that I have in myself today. Because I mean, there's no better teacher in life than experience. So just to have these adverse moments and figure out who am I and how am I going to make the most out of what life's given me. Yeah, you learn a lot from those moments.
Yeah, and I'm sure at this point in your career, having played multiple seasons professionally, there are the new trials and tribulations that you see in your professional career now and your whatever new journey you're taking. But I can only imagine that those tests it's been a way for you to prove to yourself that, no matter whatever, how bad the storm gets, that you can withstand it.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. I think that's part of growing and part of learning yourself. And yeah, that's why anytime talk to anybody, I say I'm always grateful for how things have panned out. I mean, it may not have been the way I wanted it or the way I envisioned it at times, but everything happens for a reason, and those lessons are the reason who you are today. So yeah, I 100% agree with you that without those going through those things, you can't, yeah, without going through those things, you wouldn't be the same person as you are today. Everybody's journey is different, but you once you embrace yours and try to make the most out of what life is giving you and your career is giving you, then I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
All in perspective.
100%. No, I totally agree. And I guess moving more towards what I assume was a dream of yours, playing for the national team. What was that first call up like, and what was the feeling of, putting on the shirt for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a one of a kind feeling to play for your country. And I was born and raised there. Yeah, I'm fully a Trini. I mean, I'm even talking with a little accent for you
Yeah,
guys to understand
yeah,
me.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a feeling of immense pride. It's you can't really replicate it. I mean, my first game was against the States. I was training with the team for a very long time. So to really get and that moment came, I think, a year or two after just training on my own, training with the local group, because COVID
Right, right,
was
right,
like
right.
so rampant, like we couldn't have anything. So to to be able to, I think we came and played the States in Orlando,
Mm,
in a friendly, and that was my first cap. And I didn't start the game, but I came in. I just felt a feeling of gratitude as well as accomplishment, because I think playing on the national team, I used to go all the games when I was younger in the stadium, and being able to play for my national team, like it was a feeling of like gratitude and like accomplishment, eh, these are dreams that and manifestations that are coming to reality.
hmm. Yeah, no, and so what year did you was that your first cap?
Oh, I would have to go back.
Yeah, I think it was 2021. I was in some of my prep. I was looking at it, but
Yeah, I
that
think
national
January.
team, that U.S. team, um was it some of the European guys too, or was it a lot of the MLS guys?
I think it was an MLS based squad.
Because I think it
If
might
I
have been a
if I
Gold Cup year.
Yeah, I think it was an MLS based squad, because I don't even remember if it was a FIFA window, but I mean they brought good players.
Hmm.
I think the most notable name I can remember and he's in Europe now. And I mean, sometimes football is crazy. You never know who you're playing against
Right,
and whether
right,
they're
right.
coming back. I think his name is Tanner Tesma. I think he played in that game.
Yeah, Tanner Tessby plays at Lyon. Yeah,
Yeah, Leon now.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you never know
Right,
where
that's
football
crazy.
can
No,
take you.
100%. Yeah, well, I'm from South Jersey, and Brendan Aronson, he's a central midfielder at Leeds. He's
Okay.
from just a small town in New Jersey right next to me, and it's just crazy.
Oh,
Growing up, he played for the Union, and then makes this jump over to Europe. He played in Germany for a little bit, and then ends up at Leeds. But exactly like you're saying, it's you never know where some people are going to end up.
yeah. You know what's funny? Emmy, our new Terzaghi,
Mhm.
he played in the same club that I played at in Argentina. I
Oh,
think
did he really?
yeah, he went all the way though. I think he played like I think he came to the youth academy and
Okay.
played with the first team and everything. And yeah, football is so small. You never know who knows who. And
Yeah, that's some of what also was some of my motivation for doing the podcast is just, people are connected in so many different ways. And it's
yeah,
cool, like I was saying before, to hear everybody's stories. And sports is one of those things that everybody's happy talking about it. It's no matter how tough it could have gotten at times, it's something that brings people together, which I think is super cool.
yeah, completely. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, yeah, like I said, these moments when you look back on it is like these are the moments that really made you
Right.
in a sense.
Yeah, so I guess moving on into kind of the last section of your or the most recent section of your career, you become the first ever signing for the Hearts in before their inaugural season. Run me through that process, how that started, who got in contact with you first, and if it what were your initial thoughts in hearing? I know you said that you thought it was Portland, Oregon, but it ended up being Portland, Maine, but which is the better
Yeah,
Portland, but
yeah. I mean, I've never been to Oregon. I don't like to just blatantly like. I wouldn't put down another part of the country like that. I've never been, but I'm sure it's great. But I know Maine
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
amazing. So yeah, I mean, my agent now, who I was in contact with over the years. I mean, after being in Trinidad for those 2 3 years, I mean, I was honestly like grabbing at any opportunity because the word the word I'd use not stuck, but like I mean probably a phrase is like playing back home. I'd always feel like I have unfulfilled potential. I feel like I always felt I could play a level up and who knows, maybe continue moving up. I mean, let's see how this season goes. And but yeah, he just told me like I think he presented me to Bobby, and like that was that because usually he would present me and I'll just leave it there and see what comes of it. And then yeah, he told me the interest is real, and I think within a month's time I ended up on a same Zoom call, video call with Bobby. And I think he did this with all of the players he signed, like just try to get to know you as a person and like decipher your character. And I mean, from there, the rest was history. I mean, he also called me when we were doing I think it was the kit review in the auditorium. And what was sick to me is because I had just finished training and then I was headed to home, so I pulled over at a pharmacy, took the call, and when he
Yeah.
flipped the phone, I was like, damn, like
Right. Yeah, yeah.
wow, because the auditorium was full, like probably maybe 1,000 plus people. And at that moment I was like, oh, this could, and it is looking like it's gonna be something special, you know. And even from people deciphered who I was just from taking
Just
pictures
being on
of
the
the
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
and and
Yeah.
started messaging me. So from there I was like, oh, this club, they is something special is going on. Like they don't play, they're like
Oh.
really
Yeah, they're
invested
doing it
in.
right.
Yeah. And I mean, so said, so done. I mean, you see it week in, week out at Fitzy.
Yeah, what's the environment from a player's standpoint, and how does it kind of stack up to either A, other places you played, but also just kind of other places around the league?
Yeah, hands down, I think we have the best environment.
Yeah.
It's not even a competition. I think there's other good places to play, maybe on an occasion in a playoff game, because sometimes these places don't even full on like a regular game.
Mm,
But like with us, I I mean, we could have a weekday game at 3 p.m. and I
it's gonna
think
be
Fitzy would be
slammed.
full.
Right.
Yeah, people might call out of work, call in sick, and they're there, and it could be raining, it could have snow. I mean, yeah, it's I don't think you can compare anywhere in the league to home, and I think I mean when you look at it too, like we train there every day, and it's just a high school field, and they transform it into this like whole big operation, and it's just it's just amazing to be a part of, and especially be on the home side of things. Like this is us. Like this is for us as players, and
Hmm.
you feel a huge sense of pride. Like, oh, this is what I'm representing, and I guess it gives you that extra drive every time we play at home, and it gives you that extra drive when you play away. Like, hey, I'm coming back home to 6,000 plus fans. You know.
Yeah, and it's it's the over like the overwhelming support just through and through, no matter how tough things can get. I know, this past week, prayers up for Masashi,
Yeah.
and getting injured, but seeing the overwhelming level of support that all the wishes that people have sent him, that really, I think, shows you how special this community is.
Yeah, it's one big community, and I mean, like I said, I'm just really grateful to be a part of it. Yeah, prayers up for Masashi. It was just a horrific accident, but I mean, everything happens for a reason. God is good, and I pray for a speedy recovery for him. He will be a huge loss both on and off the field. Just his personality, having him around the dressing room. I mean, I think he'll be around, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
different. Yeah.
yeah, it's and I think we were discussing amongst ourselves as players, like that's like the returning players, like that's probably the most quiet we heard Fitzy in a while, because it was just like such a shock,
Right.
and it was just such a horrific accident to happen, and I think everybody was just like, damn, like
Did
did
that
that
actually just
really just
happen?
happen? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was so great to be back home. It was so great to be back home. And I think the performance was looked a lot more like us, and I think it'll continue to look more like us the more the season goes along. But I think playing home had a huge hand in that.
100%. And also too, just from my perspective, you're getting Knoxville is one of the best sides in the league.
Yeah, yeah,
And you could see that how good their back line was. And they made things tough on everybody. But at the same time, like you were saying, it was encouraging to see um the form that you guys are starting to get into. And obviously, it's hard to jump right in beginning of the season and be in midseason form, but I don't think there's any doubt in our minds that the things that I know you guys are hoping to do and the goals that you've set they're still very much achievable. And yeah, it's awesome to watch from our perspective. Um, and yeah, it's especially as it gets going into the summer, it's just going to get even better and better. I think, especially up in Maine, gets into the 70s a little bit, a little less cold. And so what was your experience like playing in the snow for the first time?
well, actually, I'd say this year was the first time I played in the snow.
Yeah.
We had that one session where it just came down. I thought they were gonna call it, but
Yeah.
we, we just kept training and training, and there's like you literally can't see the field, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but that was a fun experience for me, to be honest. not ideal. I mean, sometimes you're running into the snow, all you're seeing is white,
Yeah.
but it was a fun experience. It only happened once throughout. That was like, funny enough, it was in April, so it's like,
Right.
what's
Why
going
is this
on here?
happening
Like,
right now?
why
Yeah.
is winter trying to make a comeback? Like, but yeah, once you have a open mind to everything, I mean, it's fun. It's all in perspective. How you view what you do is how you'll do what you do. So
Right. Yeah, no, and I know I saw that there was the MLS was kind of kicking around the idea of doing the fall to spring season, but then that's where people were like, well, then if you're playing up in Maine, if you're playing in obviously you're all in a different football system, but or if you're playing in Minnesota and it's
yeah,
it's it's the middle of December and it's going to be 10 degrees, no one's going to want to do that. But um yeah, I think so a few of my last questions, I like off the pitch around Portland. What are some of the things you like to do? Some of the places you like to go now, having been there for, over a year.
I mean, I'm a homebody, man. I'm home most of the time, but I did get around last season. Like, I saw a good couple places. I mean, obviously, Old Port's nice. There's good places to walk about, go eat. The Eastern Promenade was a nice walk too, to East End
Mm,
Beach, and like with the lookout, that's nice too. Yeah, but like I said, I'm home most of the
yeah.
time. I'm
You play FIFA
like
or
not
anything?
even. What's that?
You play FIFA?
Not even.
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't
Dang.
play. I don't play games. No.
Yeah.
My boy is always telling me, you should get a PS5. You should get a PS5. But it's like the hour they want to play, that's gonna affect my rest. So it's
That's
like,
fair. Yeah.
better not. I
Yeah.
might get it and it's just sitting there. Like,
Right. That's like, why did I just spend all that money to
yeah, maybe one day, but I don't see it happening because it's like the time I would have to play is during the day and they're probably busy then, and I'm
right.
not I'm not gonna buy that to just play alone. I
Right,
mean,
yeah,
the the
yeah.
the,
You're not gonna,
the,
you're
the
not gonna,
years
I
for
guess it's
that.
different. It's different because for me, it's like when I play FIFA, I'm going on there and I'm making my career mode and I'm playing for Arsenal, but then you can just like live your life and, and do your career
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I play. Don't get me wrong. I played my fair share of FIFA, and I used to play a lot of growing up. But it's
Uh,
like I I just don't do it anymore.
that's
I
fair.
don't know.
It's
Yeah.
time consuming. No, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so yeah, I guess a few more things so we can wrap up so we can get you out of here. But so I guess the last thing I really want to ask about is what's it like playing for Bobby Murphy? I think that as fans, it's cool because he seems like a very big personality and seems to connect with everyone at the stadium. But I just wanted to kind of get the player's perspective.
What's it like playing for Bobby Murphy? Um, I would say it's rewarding in a sense. So when you can conceptualize what he's asking of you and asking of us as a collective, and he has different funny ways of bringing out the best out of each individual, and I think he's a good man manager and a good judgment of character, and he tries to give everybody an equal playing field. But like I said, when you conceptualize what the vision he has in his head and what he's trying to put out onto the field and get us to play like, I think it's rewarding because I mean, as you'd see coming on to the end of the season, we started off slow, but I think, did we have the most goals or were we like
Last season, it's at least top three.
second or third? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like it's not easy, most definitely, but like I said, perspective. How you view what you do is how you will do what you do.
right.
So once you buy in and you more try to enjoy the hard work, it's rewarding in the end because I mean, yeah, I can't tell you how many teams I've seen just capitulate to us last year. Like this pressure is just unrelenting, and
Yeah.
it's just we come in waves, and yeah, it's rewarding, but it's definitely a process, a day-to-day process as a group and as an individual.
Y-
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's always a work in progress. And I think anytime you're playing a team sport, especially when you have 11 guys on a field at one time trying to work towards the same goal, keep the same system, it takes time. But yeah, last question before we get going. I felt like I need to ask, out of all of the kits that the Hearts have released, which one they dropped the Lighthouse
Easy.
kit, which I think is probably pretty up there for me. What has been your favorite one that you've gotten a chance to wear so far?
Easy question. Easy question. You can ask anybody what kit I love. The Blaze kit, man.
The
The Blaze
Blaze
kit
kit, the
is
Blaze
my
kit's
favorite.
fire.
The orange camo, yeah,
That's
you
fire.
can't
Yeah,
beat
I
the
got I got one
Blaze.
of the long sleeve ones.
It's just I even when it came out, I was joking like, hey, I can wear this to go out. Like this is
Right, right.
I love the Blaze. I mean, all the kits are. I mean, they did a really good time. Shout out to all the designers and all the minds that put it together. But the Blaze is hands down my favorite. I don't know. I even inquired like, when are we gonna wear it? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Blaze is definitely my favorite. But I think they might bring it back probably closer to fall.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, they
Or we'll see. But hands down, the Blaze. I'm
and
playing that every week.
yeah, yeah, and overall, I think best kits in the league, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think it's got to be. But all right, man. Well, I'll let you
100%.
go. I again, I appreciate your time. It's
Yeah,
been
no,
it's been
no
great to get
problem.
another heart on here, and give your story and really, as I said earlier, I'm trying to give you a platform to grow to grow the outreach that is football in America, because I think that especially in a World Cup year, it's something that's gonna be growing pretty rapidly.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you having me here, and yeah, no worries. Anytime. It was nice. It was a good time chatting with you.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.